Hey, hey, Voss. Hey, how are you today? It's your girl, LaShonda Henry here, aka Sister Sense. Always excited to share things you can do to work on your money, marketing, and sales goals too, with strategy and intention. Hey, welcome, welcome. Thanks for checking in with me. Say hey, hey, hey. Let me know who you are and where you are in this beautiful world today. Hearts already. Awesome. Thank you. This is day 5 of the Content Honey conversation. You know what I want to do. I want to talk to you about content creation that you can turn from honey into money. Today, we're going to continue our conversation around your content core. And we talked about that yesterday, right? So I said to you, I want you to think about, for those of you who are looking to be infopreneurs, mentors, to attract people around your area of expertise, I talked to you about identifying your titles, right? How you want other people to address you, or the kind of go-to person you want them to see you as, your titles and your topics. We talked about that yesterday. And today what I want to do is to talk to you about how to turn your core content into value ladder experiences, right? So hopefully you know what value ladders are, but if not, no worries. We're going to get into that today. Before we get there, let me start here and say welcome back to my OGs, and welcome for the first time to my newbies. If you're new to me, or if it's been a while, wherever you are, check in. Let me know. So you can just drop your name and where you are into the comment box. That would be awesome. And of course, feel free to tag your business besties, share this out. If you're catching me on the replay side, always remember to drop into the comment box, #replays rock. So, all right, y'all, let's do this. Essentially, what I want you to do today is to think about how you're going to find a way to hold your prospective customer's hand and walk them through an experience with you, right? So, maybe some people know you, but maybe they don't know you, right? So when people are finding you, falling into your virtual space, right? What are the first things that you want them to see? And what kind of experiences do you want them to have when they come across your business brand? Okay, that's the thing that we're going to talk about today. I actually was having a clarity call with a client on Wednesday, and she said to me, "Oh my gosh, LaShonda, I've got all these pieces all over the place, and I really need to figure out how to bring them together, how to get the marketing and the content together. Help me." So I really hope that these beginning conversations that we're having around Content Honey can provide you guys with some clarity. Welcome. Joanne Meadows is in the building. Y'all, Boss Network, Donnie. Hey guys, welcome on Instagram and all the things, right? All the places. So me too. Okay, so that's something that you're trying to figure out too. Awesome. Okay, so let's continue to dig deeper into this conversation. Now, value ladders it's a term, you can Google it. It's an experience that basically you want your prospective potential customers to have, where you're taking them through the initial phase of brand awareness, like making it clear who you are, what your business is, what you do, all the way up to becoming an actual customer, right? Kind of like the babies, you're taking them in, you're holding their hand and walking them through the process, right? So in doing so, yesterday I said to you, I want you to think about how you want other people to see you, what your title is, or maybe you have multiple titles, and your topic, some of the core things that you want to teach around and share around in your business, right? Those are the things that we talked about yesterday. Now let's continue that conversation and consider, if somebody was to come to you brand new, right? How do you want to really give them an entry point into you, right? So let's talk about a couple of things, right? Titles, topics, targets. Who is the kind of person that you say, I want to reach that person? Okay, you're like, this is the kind of person who I feel like they need to know what I'm teaching. They need to know all of the goodness that I have for them, right? So I work with a lot of clients. Some of them need web design services. I work with people who come to me and they say, man, I really want to sell courses and ebooks and things like that, but I don't know how to put all this information together. So they need clarity around their content creation, their monetization. These are the kind of people who I work with, right? Who exactly are you trying to work with online, right? And if these people come to you, right, it's kind of like energetically, before you actually can do the work, you got to have to visualize it. Before these people come to you, right, what would be that first entry point? And this is a good question for those of you who have a lot of stuff, right? Whether it be in your mind or it's actually online. And you say, well, you know what? If these people were to come to me, I've got this worksheet that I would want them to see first. Or, I have this great audio or video that I would want them to watch first, right? Where is that entry point in the value ladder experience, right? You're giving them value at that very first entry point, right? Now, value ladders go up. So it's possible that there are things that you put out there just to share that publicly people can see without having to do anything else other than click and absorb, right? Kind of like me, like you're on here, you press play, you're like, yay, and you get to hang out with me for a little bit, right? But then you go up in the ladder. The next level of the ladder is being able to say, okay, so here's what I want you to do today. I want you to go here and download this and sign up for that, right? And a lot of times those things, we call them freebies, right? Those lead magnets. So you're leading them through the process of working with you. The public just online, number one. And then number two, the opt into the brand, opt into the business to get those things, right? And now those things may still be free. It's just that they have to actually put in their virtual currency, right? They got to put in their email address, right? Drop a little bit of something to get a little something, right, from you, so that you can begin to have a conversation, a back and forth, whether it be through automation, you've got email sequences that you're sending out to them, or even direct messaging when they're signing up for things, getting things from you, then they start to email you and you start to email them back, whether it be you or people in your team. Right? So you're going through the value ladder experience. And then you say, hey, as a matter of fact, this thing that you opted into, I actually have something else for you that may be of value that has cha-ching, a price point on it, right? And maybe it's a low price point, right? Maybe it's a medium price point. And as they're signing up for different things, they are going into different levels of your value ladder experience. Now, I've got something called my Fire Start Your Year workshop that I do here in North Carolina. I do the virtual version and then I do the in-person version as well. And this is something that I talk about because I'm always with my clients and mentees like, look, what we need to do to fire start the year is we've got to get clear about the kind of value ladder experiences you want your customers to have, right? I get it now. Fire. Yay. Awesome. Clarity is what I do. And I want to make sure that you're clear about this experience that you've got to create for your amazing prospective customers. So awesome. I'm glad that you're gaining some clarity as you're watching today. So what I want you to be able to do, right, is to not only identify what you want, right, what you want as far as the kind of stuff you want to create or the kind of revenue you want to generate, but it's from the perspective of creating content, honey, it's really not about you, it's about them. Right? It's about the experiences that you want them to have from the very beginning, right? And the first things you want them to see. Hey, Fatima, dropping hearts on me. Thank you. I appreciate that. Feel free to tap on the hearts, on the likes, on the smiles, the loves, all that good stuff. That, of course, helps me and helps me not only help you, but help other amazing people like you too. So guys, feel free to drop on them hearts. You can tap a little bit. You can tap. You don't have to one tap. You could do a couple. Share it out, of course. Tag your business besties too. All that and more as we explore those content honey things that you can do to work on turning that honey into money, right? That's what this is all about. So let's continue this conversation about the value ladder. Today, I don't know how many of you are following me on Instagram at Zens, but I dropped a quick little check-in and I said, hey, give them one thing. Think about one thing that you can focus on sharing this coming week or for the entire month. And as you're sharing that content, I want you to be able to explore the kinds of things that people should be seeing from you first. Okay. So I'm going to give you a few examples of that because I'm a visual person. A lot of times people come to me and I say, hey, I'm Sister Sense. I help you make sense of making money online, right? So when you come to my website, more than likely when you see content honey, like good things that you can start to tap into and then move forward up the value ladder with, a lot of times, oh man, somebody is seriously tapping on them hearts. A lot of times that is around content and cash flow, right? So if you go to Sister Sense, you'll see some of the things that I say, hey, you want to just absorb that absolutely free, go here, right? So I want you to think about for yourself, what are the things that you're just going to put for free on your website, number one? And then number two, what are the experiences that you want to have ready when people come to you, number two? So there's this awesome platform right now, Clubhouse. How many of you are on Clubhouse? It's like this new that we're all obsessed with, right? And find me there, by the way, Clubhouse at Sister Sense. So I did my first live on Clubhouse this week, and one of my amazing mentees was there, and she said, hey, LaShonda, as we're talking about turning content into cash flow, and I know you've got so much stuff, what's a great website for people to go to? And I said, hey, you know what? Go to sistersense.com/STIU, because we were talking about sales tools that we all use. And I was wanting to share some of the ones that I use. STIU stands for Sales Tools I Use. Now, that's a value ladder experience, and I'll tell you why. Number one, absolutely free. You can watch a training that I've put together on sales tools that I use. Clubhouse, never heard of it. Yeah, it's awesome. Start looking it up. It's buzzing. It's a great platform, and we do a lot of audio, real-time conversations on it. It's pretty cool. Hey, oh, Hilda, I saw that you messaged me today, my dear. I got to check that out and respond back to you. I appreciate you for joining. Hey, awesome to see you here, my dear. So, as I was saying before, backtracking a little bit here, when I say go to sistersense.com/STIU for sales tools I use, right? That is a value ladder experience, and I'll tell you why. Y'all, Sabrina, Aisha, all of y'all are like, Clubhouse, what's that? Okay, so when I'm done this, if you stay to the end and remind me, I'm going to give y'all a little bit of an insight as far as what Clubhouse is and how awesome it is. All right. So just let me know. Don't forget to remind me, because my old lady brain will probably forget, right? At the ending of this. When you go to that particular page, number one, absolutely free. I'm like, hey, look, I love to not only motivate you to work on your sales, but teach you as well. So in the video, I'm like, let me teach you about the 6 sales tools that I use and why I use them. Again, that link is sistersense.com/STIU, which stands for Sales Tools I Use. So that's the beginning of that value ladder experience, right? Then I'm like, hey, look, guess what? If you would like to try out some of these tools, because a lot of them you have free trials, sign up through me, and then the links are there as well, right? Again, it's an opportunity for people to watch me for free, take advantage of a few sales product tools that I use for free. And then guess what? Now, if some of them decide to pay for some of these tools through me, I generate revenue. Right? Number one. Number two, when I teach and I say, hey, do you want to join my program or a mastermind? And I'm talking about these tools, right? I'm teaching you how to use these and saying you can sign up for this or that at X amount. I'm generating revenue, right? So it goes from that front end experience to keep on keeping on. Now, I have people who say, girl, let me say something. First of all, I love you for sharing that tool, right? Actually had somebody on Clubhouse that was like, oh my God, I need that tool, right? And then they go, okay, I got the tool. I'm using the tool. Girl, you know I got a lot going on. How much can I pay you to set this stuff up for me? Right? Because I am a service professional, right? You see? So then they're going further up into the value ladder experience, from the free 99 stuff to the LPP, $7, $10 to the work with me, $100, $300 and more. Right? Once they go through this experience. And so that's the kind of thing that I want you to think about when we are starting this conversation around developing your core content as an entrepreneur who's looking to be an infopreneur, right? Turning content honey into money. I want you to be able to think about, if you had somebody going through an experience with you, right? If it was just free stuff in the beginning and then LPP, low price point, medium price point, higher price point, what would that step-by-step ladder look like? What would it look like? Because if you can imagine it, right, then you can build it out. Whether you build it out or you find somebody who's super techie who can do it for you, right? I think it's Napoleon Hill, his quote, whatever the mind can believe and conceive, it can achieve. That's me. I visualize it, then I implement and make it happen. LaShonda makes sure that we learn how to do it ourselves, right? I'm all about giving you those bootstrap, just do it yourself fundamentals, but everybody's different. You know, there are sometimes clients, they'll come to me and say, hey, I love the DIY, but DFY, can you give me them done for you services? And I'm here to give every level, right? Which is why I want to teach you value ladders so you guys are clear about the multiple levels that you can offer your audience as well, right? Tech knowledge, right? Most coaches don't know how to use it, right? So they can't share it. I hear it. I hear it. So, okay, here's the deal. Today, because you know I'm doing this for 31 days and we're on day 5 of Content Honey. Today, I want you to think about, again, how to turn your core content into value ladder experiences. This is something that you kind of have to reverse engineer. The things that you're looking to offer for profit, right? You need to be able to say, okay, if this thing is, 100, 5,000, whatever the price may be, before they get there, where should they start, right? Where should they start? And then they'll go up that ladder with you. Now, this is not the end because we're definitely going to continue to have this conversation tomorrow. I'm going to continue to give you some ideas around specific products that I produce when it comes to putting value ladders together. But the sales tools that I use video is a great example of that because it's, I work with different people, right? Different types of people need different things. And a lot of people who come to me, they need clarity and direction around sales tools. They're looking at what I do and they're like, I like your store. I like how you set up your sales pages. What are you using for that? And I offer them the tools just as is, but then I also offer training and then done for you services around those tools, which allows me to turn the content that I teach and share in these videos and trainings into actual money, right? People paying for private sessions or done for you services and a combination of the two. Okay. And if it works for me, honestly, it can work for you. You just have to reverse engineer, again, thinking about the offers you want, the first step, things you want people to see when they come to you, and then create an experience when they go up that value ladder. You can Google that term or watch some YouTube videos if you want a little bit more clarity on that, but hopefully giving you this term and some of my strategies helps you get a little bit more clear about what you guys should be doing, again, to turn that content honey into money. Last thing that I will say is this, because some of you guys were like, Clubhouse, what? What's that? No clue about Clubhouse. So it's this relatively new app that has, I don't know, it's been around for maybe a month or two. It's relatively new. Right now, if you've got an iPhone or an iPad, you can sign up. Those of you on Android, I'm sorry, you're going to have to wait till it gets on the Android platform. But basically, it's all audio based. So people are getting on. They're starting these live audio chats. And basically, you can listen or you can say, hey, I want to talk too. And you can talk for as long as you want to. I've been a part of some serious boss conversations that I've been listening to. And then I did my first Clubhouse live this week, and I talked about some real ways to turn your content into cash flow. I had some amazing people participate. Pam Perry was a moderator. She co-hosted with me. And strategically, I will be doing more of those in the future. So it's audio-based. There's no saved recording. You've got to listen in live. It's kind of like listening to a live radio talk show, right? You can host these. And this is a good one for us girls that don't like to always get in front of the camera, right? If doing live stream video is not necessarily your thing, live stream audio is smart way to go. There are no recordings though, so you got to really dig into it live, but it's absolutely new. And being an early adopter onto new web tech apps and tools is just just a smart thing to do, right? Just think about, being able to early adopt Facebook or being one of the first few people who were on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. The earlier you jump on these platforms, the better for you. Is it by LYVLY? I'm not sure who created it, to be honest with you. I know, right? My memory works. I didn't forget to touch on Clubhouse, partially because I saw something here with a question mark, but yeah. I'm not sure who created it, but it's all the buzz right now. So being an early adopter, testing it out, working on it is something that I am excited about. Hey, Tawanda. Thanks. You're welcome. You're welcome. Awesome, guys. So again, if you do have an Android or an iPad, check it out. It's kind of like this thing where it's word of mouth, but then people can invite you on, and you have to be invited to get like at the front of the waiting list to get access. And a couple of people invited me, so it was easy for me to, I was like, what the hell is Clubhouse? And I signed up for it, put my name in, and then it was like, oh, this person recommended you, so you're at the wait. And then I didn't even know, and somebody said, LaShonda should be on this app, but you do need invites, and I think you can only have a limited amount of invites. I've already pretty much gone through mine. I think I have one or two more invites. But yeah, it's interesting how it's set up. Again, it's audio-based live chat sessions. Yeah, I think I'm going to do a training on not only Clubhouse, but quite a few of the new applications and platforms that I have been using this year that have been absolutely amazing as far as integrating them in my business and using them to create great content like this one. Right now, literally, I am on multiple platforms with you guys on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, Twitter, all the things. And I'm using StreamYard for that. Don't know how many of you are live streaming, but StreamYard is amazing for multi-broadcasting across multiple platforms. The only platform that I cannot do StreamYard on is Instagram. And so I got Instagram on my phone, and everything else is being multi-broadcasted using the StreamYard platform. And that, if you're curious, you can try it out through me over at sistasense.com/SY, which stands for StreamYard, and you can get a trial from your girl. Only on iPhones and iPads. So Apple devices, you can download the app onto iPhones and iPads. So hopefully that helps. But StreamYard, you can use pretty much on everything. It's pretty awesome. And yeah, you can take a look at that as well. So sense.com/SY for StreamYard. Yeah, awesome. All right, y'all. So I appreciate you for checking in with me. We are going to continue the Content Honey conversation tomorrow, day number 6. Don't forget, turn on alerts and notifications so you can see when I'm live, so you can jump on here with me. And if you've been finding these sessions to be valuable to you, can you give your girl some content currency? Tap on the hearts, the likes, the love. Share this out. Sharing is caring. That's what it's all about. Tag at least one business bestie who wants to learn more about content creation and monetization. I'm here, with that daily fire, and focus, so I can make sure you're doing what you need to do to stay consistent in reaching your online business goals. It's that consistency that's key, right? So, all right, y'all, that's it from me. I'll see you tomorrow. Mañana. Mwah. Take care.